If you're frustrated with stubborn belly fat and it feels like it's taking forever to lose it, or you have that arm fat and it just jiggles like crazy and you want to get rid of that jiggle, you're in luck. I'm Abram. I'm a professional nutritionist that has helped thousands of women, over 6,000, melt their stubborn arm and belly fat without counting calories or taking supplements because I help them fix the root cause problem for why the weight was put on in the first place. That way, they lose weight in a really easy way, and if it's easy to lose the weight, it's easy to keep that weight off. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the only 5 things a woman needs to do to lose that stubborn belly fat, balance her hormones naturally, get rid of inflammation, lose toxic visceral fat, and most importantly, get rid of that stubborn fat in a way that is so freaking easy, you can maintain those results for the rest of your life. Let's get started. Number 5 is to start eating a crap load more whole fruits. Whole fruits, for women specifically, have anti-obesity and anti-inflammatory effects. But you probably already know this is true because you have never met a woman in your entire life that became obese because she ate too many grapes, or a woman that became fat because she ate too many apples. It is physically impossible to overeat these things, and on top of that, they help to cure a chronic inflammatory condition known as leaky gut. So what's happening is if you have a slow digestion, as in like a very slow metabolism, your chances of that food getting stuck in your system too long go up exponentially. And if that food is stuck in your system, it will actually leak out into your bloodstream. And what's gonna happen is you're primarily gonna gain weight in your midsection. So if you're a woman that's getting that big bloated belly, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have a whole body. Why are you just gaining weight in one spot? What's happening is an unhealthy gut microbiome. And if you can eat more anti-obesity and anti-inflammatory whole fruits, you can actually melt that belly fat in a way that is really freaking easy. You cannot eat too many. Just keep eating more and more and you'll keep losing more weight. Number 4 is forcing functions. These are things that you add to your life that force you to do the action whether or not you feel like it. So the fact is, you are intelligent. You know what you should be doing. A lot of times you just aren't doing it though. So if you deal with self-sabotaging behavior, this is what fixes it. If you were to create a forcing function, the top 2 most effective ones are paying a crap load of money, and 2 is doing it for someone else. I'm gonna use some examples. So if you were to pay a crap load of money, that looks like paying for a trip where you have to be physically active for it. Imagine you are gonna go on a cruise. You're gonna go island hopping, and then you need to physically walk up and down stairs. You have to be really in shape in order to get the most out of this trip. Imagine you spend $20,000 on this trip. What are the chances you would get in shape before you get on this trip? It would be way through the roof. Like, you do it even if you don't feel like it. Or if you were to like hire a personal trainer. Imagine you hire a personal trainer for 10 bucks a month. Are you gonna take their advice? Probably not, because it's 10 bucks a month, who cares? But imagine you have to work with that same personal trainer, but you have to pay $10,000 a month until you finish losing your body fat. You would do everything they said, whether or not you felt like it. Like, women do this all the time when they go for higher education. And it's not just women, it's like people in general. They will get whole college degrees for things they're not even interested in because they have a sunk cost into it. They feel like they're forced to do it even if they don't feel like it. So spending a crap load of money works phenomenally for getting you out of your own way and preventing that self-sabotaging behavior. And the second thing you can do to force yourself to do it, whether or not you feel like it or not, is to do it for someone else. Women are horrible at making themselves a priority. I feel like it's just baked into the female psyche that you need to sacrifice in order to make someone else's life better, but that doesn't make any sense at all. Nobody's life gets worse when your life gets better. So when you're thinking about preventing that self-sabotaging behavior, just rope in your friends, family, loved ones into those positive, healthy habits, and you will do it even if you don't feel like it, because you will do something for them. Really good point is going for walks. I go for walks with my wife and kids literally every single day. It's gotten to the point where I will actually tell them, you are gonna get a reward, but only if we all go for a walk. What happens? If my kids want that reward, like they want to have arts and crafts time, or they want to go ride bikes, whatever it might be, that reward is tied to me doing the walk with them. You think my kids are gonna let me, weasel my way out of going for a walk? Not a chance. Kids are the most annoying things on the planet when it comes to getting their way, but you can use that to your advantage, and you can freaking love every second of it. I love going for walks with my wife and kids. It's one of those habits that you continue to do more and more, and the more you do it, the more you enjoy it. Another good one, if you have loved ones, you can actually say, all right, we are gonna eat a healthy snack before dinner every single time. That means I'm gonna eat one of those anti-inflammatory whole fruits before I eat anything else on my plate. If we can eat a new one with every single meal, some reward is tied to it for your benefit. That means if I eat it, you do it, and we all do it together. If we all do this together, you get this reward, but only if I do it too. They don't let you stop doing it. And by making your life better, you improve the lives of the ones you love. And nobody's ever gonna complain if you have too much energy, or if that you reduced too much inflammation, or that you lost too much body fat and now you feel comfortable and confident in your skin. So do it for someone else, and that is how you get rid of that self-sabotaging behavior. The third thing you wanna do is actually walking, but it doesn't necessarily have to be outside. Obviously, that is the best one because you're gonna get vitamin D from the sun. It's gonna help to reduce inflammation. You're gonna be able to do it with someone else. It's outside in nature. It helps lower cortisol. But what really matters when it comes to walking for women specifically is that you get at least 4,000 steps every single day, and you do it at the same time every single day. This is what's gonna help you balance your hormones naturally. The women's hormonal system actually works on prediction. If it doesn't know when to metabolize stress hormones like cortisol, then it's gonna release them randomly. That is exactly what happens when you go to bed exhausted, but you're like, I'm wide awake. Like you're just tired and wired. Or even worse, you're going through your day, you have energy, and then it feels like you just get hit with a wall of tired. You know, like you're going through your day and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I am so freaking tired. Like that's not normal. That happens when your cortisol is out of whack. If you were to do the walk at the same time 7 days a week, it could even be on a walking pad, it could be outside. What matters is that at the same time every single day, and you wanna walk at least 4,000 steps with your walk, and you start to achieve better hormonal balance right away. Number 2 is, ouch. Ow. Number 2 is habit stacking. I actually got this after working with James Clear. He has a book called Atomic Habits, and inside of there, he talks about something called habit stacking. This is a freaking game changer if you could implement it with your health and fitness. The thing about habits is that it's easiest to form a new habit if it piggybacks on a habit that you already have. You want to do this with your diet specifically. Lots of women have tried 1 million diets. I am a professional nutritionist, and I have never had 2 clients have the exact same solution. I've had over 6,000 clients. I've never had 2 women with the exact same diet that found their solution. Literally every single woman is different, but if you habit stack, you can find your solution a whole lot faster. What you want to do is you want to look for diets that you've been successful with, but then do them in smaller amounts. For instance, say you do like my cabbage soup recipe that I can put in the comments here. You want to follow that cabbage soup recipe, you eat it, and you notice, wow, I lost weight when I ate this all day. But you're like, I can't eat cabbage soup for breakfast, lunch, dinner all day, every day. Like that's not gonna work long term, but that's okay. Instead, what you do is you just take that cabbage soup recipe and you say, I know I can't do it for every meal all the time, but I can do it for lunch. What happens is you start doing that for lunch. Will you lose as much weight? No. But will you still lose weight? Absolutely. Then when that stops working, you try a new diet. All right, I'm gonna try to do a whole fruit diet. I'm gonna try to eat nothing but whole fruits for 3 consecutive days, following Abram's anti-inflammatory fruit protocol, which is my very first YouTube video. You can go watch that if you're interested. That's how you can get rid of inflammation as little as 3 days. But say you follow that anti-inflammatory fruit protocol and you find fruits that absolutely rip that belly fat and take off inflammation like crazy. What you do then is you would find some of those fruits and then you would add them into your diet when you're done doing the whole fruit one. So now you'd have, I'm gonna do cabbage soup for one recipe, and I'm gonna have these whole fruits as part of one of my meal. Then you do that until that stops working. Once that stops working, you try another diet. And the thing is that you keep trying new diets. Once they stop working, you don't go 0 to 100. You just say, all right, that one worked from this one, that one worked from this one, that one worked from this one. You put it all together, and then you have your specific solution, and you know it works because you tried it already. And the number one most important thing a woman can do if she's serious about getting rid of that stubborn arm and belly fat so you actually keep that weight off for the rest of your life is to reach out for help when you need it. The fact is, nobody's life gets worse when your life gets better, and other people's problems feel easy. You know this is true, because if you have a loved one and they need something, do you say, nah, I don't really feel like it, I don't really want to help them, it feels like it'd be hard to help you? No, It's really easy for you to help other people. In fact, you probably do it too much. The problem isn't that, other people constantly want things from you. It's that you are not asking for help. Like, imagine just being a therapist, someone who takes on other people's problems for a living. And they're like, holy crap, I just talked to, imagine your name is Sarah. All right, it's like, oh my, I just talked to Sarah. Now I'm gonna go jump off a bridge. No, the therapist is not gonna take on someone else's problem because it's gonna feel hard. Even if it was hard for them, they're just gonna go talk to another therapist. Other people's problems feel easy. Your problems only feel hard because you have them all the time. You have all of your problems all of the time. There is no reason why you should be doing this weight loss thing by yourself. There is a book, a podcast, a YouTube video, a guy online that can help you. There's communities of other women that want to see you succeed. The more you get around other people that truly want to help you, it gets easier and easier and easier. And the more you reach out for help, the more you realize that your problems are easily solved by other people, like people that do it for a living or people that just do this time and time again. It's not hard for them. It's only hard for you because you are not reaching out for help. Reach out for help. You make it really freaking easy to lose weight. So follow those 5 things and you're gonna start melting body fat right away. Now, if you are interested in learning more about my full coaching program, it guarantees results without counting calories or taking supplements. I do a live training explaining in depth exactly how my process works, and you get a free training out of it. I will put that in the link in the description. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Love you all.